you remember the first time you said yes to an opportunity, said yes to, a potential client, whoever, kind of saying to them, yes, I can do that, without kind of truly knowing the how? It's like you've let for the opportunity. You have the kind of theory in your head. You could do it, but it's perhaps something you've not done before. Like, to relate it to me, for example, like in marketing, we'll say yes to an opportunity we really want, and we've been kind of presented with the opportunity. And, there might be a few areas we're not 100% on, but taking that leap and actually doing it has paid off literally every single time for us, touch wood, so far. So can you remember a time for you where you said that, and are you glad you took that leap?
So number one, I'm a huge believer in that all the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. Like, all the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. So many people are living in the comfort zone, which is where no magic happens. And it's where they're just comfortable doing something. So for your example, to be like, you're really good at doing these 3 or 4 things in the marketing world. And like, so you only do those 3 or 4 things, and therefore that's all you ever do. But when you stretch yourself, when you push the envelope, when you get outside of your comfort zone, magic happens. You've experienced it multiple times now. I've experienced it as well. And a great example from my perspective was I launched my podcast in September 2012. 3 months later, I hit like episode 100 because I'm doing 3 a day. I'm doing 1 a day for 30 days a month. And I got a message from somebody that said, hey, you're going to, I see that you're an attendee at this upcoming conference called New Media Expo, which was the biggest conference back in 2012 in the world of social media and online marketing. I see you're an attendee. It's in Vegas. We just had a speaker in the podcasting space drop out. Will you come and speak about podcasting? And when I got the email, I was like, absolutely not. What does this person realize? I just launched my podcast. Like, they saw 100 episodes. So they thought I was an like this seasoned pro, but like, they maybe didn't realize that I had done 100 episodes in 100 days. So I was still like a fresh newbie. So whatever it was, they were just like assuming that I was this like experienced podcaster. I knew I wasn't. But then I was just like, immediately I was like, no, I can't get on stage and talk about podcasting. Who am I to talk about podcasting? I'm barely podcasting myself. But before I sent that email, I said, you know what, John? Your comfort zone is to say no here, but all the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. So before I could even think about it, I didn't try to like plan out my talk or do anything else. I just sent an immediate yes to lock myself in so I couldn't change my mind. And then I said, okay, now we sit down and now we figure this out because there's no other option. And by the way, I gave a really terrible talk. Like, I was up there stumbling over words, looking down at my shoes, pacing back and forth, not impressive in any way, shape, or form. But I got my first talk under my belt. I got a little bit better the next time. Now, even though my talk was pretty bad, people really after that just saw that I was a speaker at this conference. They didn't really necessarily know that my talk sucked. They just knew that I was a speaker. And so they got invited to another conference to talk and another conference to talk. And I got a little bit better each time. And before long, now I'm actually kind of decent at speaking, and I'm speaking in front of 3,000 people as the opening keynote at some of the biggest conferences around the world. And it all came from me hitting that yes, send.
Awesome. Thank you very much.